Alright, hi, this video is for Tuesday morning or afternoon, whenever you decide to do your math homework. Hope you do it in the morning, by the way. I think it's better. And if you need help, it's better to contact me in the morning. But anyway, today you're doing problems 16 through 30 in your math, and we're gonna do the odd numbers today here on the board. I hope I'm not confusing you guys. From here on out, I'll try to do the odd numbers with you guys for the rest of the weeks that we do this. And the even numbers will be on the quiz. Okay, so let's jump right in. Problem number 17 is, where is it? Okay, so we have 1 1/2 divided by 2 2/3. Oh, here's my check. Okay, so here we got, I have our problem set up here, but before we can continue, we need to change our mixed numbers into improper fractions. So I went ahead and put signs here to remind us what we need to do. So first we need to multiply, so I put our multiplication sign, and then we need to add. So multiply the denominator by the whole number, and then we take that number and we add the numerator. So 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3, okay? And then so I write 3/2. And then I take 3 times 2 plus 2. So 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. So now I have 3/2 divided by 8/3. Now remember, we can't divide fractions, we need to multiply them. So let's look down here. We have 3/2. I change my sign to a multiplication sign, and then I use its reciprocal. So instead of writing 8/3, I write 3/8. And now I can multiply 3 times 3, 9, and 2 times 8, 16. Now, there isn't a number that goes into both of these numbers evenly. So this is your final answer, 9/16. I kind of crossed off the 16, sorry, but you know what it is. All right, number 19. What is the perimeter of the square? So we got our square, we're given the information, 1/2 inch, okay? A square has all equal sides, so 1/2 inch plus 1/2 inch plus 1/2 inch plus 1/2 inch. So we've got 1/2 times 4, or you could add them all together, but I chose to multiply it. Okay, we put a 1 to represent our fraction, so 4 times 1, or 1 times 4 is 4, and 2 times 1 is 2. So we have we have 4/2. And 2 goes into 4 2 times evenly to give us the final answer, 2 inches. So the perimeter of this square is 2 inches. Number 21. The opposite sides of a rectangle are parallel, true or false. So if you looked at the little number 63, it referenced you to lesson 63, but that's actually not true. Lesson 63 actually doesn't say anything about parallel lines, but if you look at lesson 68, we see that when lines do not cross but stay the same distance apart, we say the lines are parallel. So that information was on lesson 68. I apologize about that. I always tell you guys to look at that number to reference back. In this case, it was wrong. Lesson 68 has the information you need. So what are we saying? Based on this description of a parallel line, are the opposite sides of a rectangle parallel lines? So opposite sides. So this line, and then are this line and this line parallel, and are this line and this line lines parallel? And so we see they're both the same distance apart. So the horizontal lines are both the same distance apart, and they go in one direction without ever intersecting, and you have the same thing is true for this one. So final answer to number 21 is true. The opposite sides are parallel lines. All right, move on to number 23. Over here, we have 1.3579. Again, remember, the 1 is in the ones place, the 3 is in the tenths place, the 5 is in the hundredths place, the 7 is in the thousandths place, and the 9 is in the 10,000ths place. We are rounding to the nearest hundredths place, so we look at the number that follows it, which is a 7. It's greater than 5, so we're rounding up. Our final answer is 1.36, and we've rounded that number to the nearest hundredths place. On to number 25. Which arrow could be pointing to 0.1? So there you can see in your book, you have the 0 in the middle, You have one tick mark to the left of it, and then you have the -1 being represented here. And then on the far opposite right side, you have the +1. You usually don't write positive numbers with a plus sign. If you see a number just like that, it probably means it's positive. Negative numbers are shown with a negative sign. So we don't need that. So which number could represent 0.1? 0.1 is a positive number, okay? Even though it's very small, it's a positive number. So it couldn't be this one because the numbers that go this way are going towards the negative. So in this case, letter C is the correct answer. And number 27, find the prime factorization of 900 by using a factor tree. Then write the prime factorization using exponents. I don't like doing the tree. I like doing this, the little division thing. So I went ahead and did the division stacking. So 900 divided by 5 is 180. Okay, this is the smallest prime number that goes in evenly into 900. So the quotient, the answer is 180. The smallest prime number that goes evenly into 180 is 5. And then the smallest prime number that goes into 36 evenly is 3. Smallest prime number that goes into 12 evenly is 3. Smallest prime number that goes into 4 evenly is 2. And the smallest prime number that goes evenly into 2 is 2. So now we have 5, 5, 3, 3, 2, 2. And that's the prime factorization of 900. So we're going to represent that with exponents. So we have 2 times 2, so 2 squared. 3 times 3 is 3 squared, and 5 times 5 is 5 squared. So 9 equals 2 squared times 3 squared times 5 squared. If you need to pause the video, I want you to make sure you have this written out to see where you got this answer from. So if you need to pause the video, pause it and write that down. And then last but not least, number 29. I just realized I did number 30 for you guys, not number 29, so don't pay attention to that. That's number 30. Or actually, let's just go ahead and do number 30 with you guys. All right. How many cups of milk is a gallon of milk? So first, I got our basic information. 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. So next, I'm going to see how many pints are there in 4 quarts. So 4 quarts equals 8 pints. Now, how did I get that information? I see here, there in your chart, right above problem 29, you see that 2 pints equals 1 quart. But we're looking for the measure of 4 quarts. So I take 4 times 2, which gives me 8. 4 quarts equals 8 pints. Now for number 30, I know it says 29, pay no attention to that. In number 30, it's asking for cups. So now I need to figure out how many cups are in 8 pints, okay? So if you look at your chart again, there are 2 cups in 1 pint. But again, we're looking for the information of 8 pints. So I take 8 times 2. 8 times 2 is 16. So that gives me the information that I'm looking for, 16 cups. So the answer to number 30 is 16 cups. All right.